It's 9 a.m. I'm editing photos from last night. I think last time I edited photos on my daily vlog, I was at the process of making my initial selection of the images. Now today it's a little bit further in time, so that I think that last time I did that was like 7 a.m. but today it's 9 a.m. I've already made my selection, so now I'm going to actually edit these photos in Lightroom, which is what I would do normally. So I'm gonna put this up here, and I'm gonna run you through how I edit my photos in Lightroom, and hopefully I'll be able to smash through at least one or two photos here in the next 4 minutes. So this was a gig from last night, Airbourne at the Metro Theatre. Actually, you probably can't see anything from back there, can you? I've got to get closer here with this. So what I do, first of all, I've already made my selection. I've narrowed this down to 55 images. By the way, Ugly Kids support act, they were great. But we're dealing with Airbourne right now. So what I've got here, these images, let's just pick one at random. Okay, this shot, hang on, I'm gonna make sure this exposes correctly here, or looks a bit better. Okay, so this looks a little bit blown out on the iPhone, but this shot here, a couple of these series of photos, the old beer can going off there. I think these are a little bit on the grace, on the orange side, so I'm going to just pull. I want this. I've got to show you my sliders, haven't I? I want to pull the temperature down a little bit, but then you can't see what's going on. Look, that's what's going on with that, and that's too far. So I'm going to pull it down just a little bit, probably to about there. Then what I normally do is highlights are always blown out in gig photos, so I just drop them, not much, just a fraction. Is that even focused? I drop them by like 5. Normally the shadows are a little bit undershadowed, so I pump them up a little bit. Undershadowed, that's not a term. I usually pump them up by about 15. I'm a bit of a sucker for a bit of clarity, but don't go crazy. If you go crazy, it's totally noticeable. Clarity and vibrance I usually pump up by a little bit, not much. Down here, I'm a bit of a sucker for chromatic aberration. Needs to be on, so we don't want any chromatic aberration. Not that you can see any, but if it is existing there, can you see any there at all? Nah, it looks pretty good, but I just like it on. I'm a bit of a sucker for that stuff. Try to keep it all just very regimented. And then I always go for a full auto lens correction without profile correction, because I don't want to change the lens distortion. So if this was shot with, this is shot with 16, I believe. No, that's fisheye. That's 15mm. And if I put on profile corrections, watch what it'll really change the. Oh, sorry, that's not focused. It's hard to do this with one hand. Yeah, so I never do that. Now, there's a couple of shots in here that I want to go back to that are super, super orange. Which one was it? I thought one of these ones, this one here. Too orange, right? I've got some presets that will fix that. Now, just quickly, I'm not going to promote my presets too much here because that's not the point of it, but I've got a preset here called Grazzler. And if I apply that, watch this. I'm going to make sure it's focused nicely. This is my preset called Grazzler. It's taken a bit of time to, yeah, look at that. That's just straight up one preset, one click. That's my preset. I've also got one here called Prawns in the Sun. And that, if I apply Prawns in the Sun, even nicer.